What's up guys, Bua Davis here. Today I want to teach you how you can make some racing game in Unity 2D, and we will be implementing our vehicle movement today. But before we begin, if you like my content and want to see more interesting ones, just make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It will be always greatly appreciated. Now without further ado, let's get started. Now you may wondering how you can make some hill climb racing game or some bike racing game or something like that. So here it is. In my scene I have these simple squares which will act like roads. You can create some hills or mountains as well. But for this tutorial I will use these simple squares which has box colliders. Every one of them has box collider and nothing more. I just change color to this light green. And we need some vehicle, of course. I will use this pack which I have into my project, and also I will leave link to this pack in the comments in the description down below. Just note that I think those ones are not for the commercial use, but to play test and learn, those ones are fine, because it has all these different elements, all these body parts of different vehicles. Here we have monster car, some quad bikes, regular bikes, racing cars, snow cars, and even tank. But for today I will use this monster car. This is body of our monster car. It needs tires, so let's add 2 tires. And I think it also has driver. Yes, driver body and driver head. Let's make it position little bit better. Okay, I won't spend much time designing. I will just make sure everything looks fine. Okay, and we are ready to go. First of all, let's create empty game object with the name of car, and let's select every component of our car including our driver, and let's drag into our empty game object. Amazing. Now first of all, let's take body of our monster car, and we need to add one component. So click on the add component and let's add collider. We will be using a polygon collider for this. Amazing. And let's select our tires. First of all, let's rename it and say back tire, and this one will be front tire. Amazing. So now select both of your tires and let's add components. First of all, they need rigid body 2D because we will be using physics to move our wheels. And second of all, we need some colliders, so let's add circle collider 2D to both of them. Now this circle collider is a little bigger now, so let's select our back tire, scroll down, and in the circle collider you can see this edit collider. Click on it and you can resize your collider to fit your tires a little better. Let's do same with our front tire. Oh, and we will be ready to go. Now one more thing that we need to add rigid body to our empty game object as well, because we will need some torque to add to our car. So rigid body 2D, and the most crucial thing which allows us to move our tires is with the name of wheel joint 2D, and we need to add 2 wheel joint 2Ds there, so 1 and 2. Now you may ask, what is this wheel joint 2D? It's the component which allows us to move our tire when we add some force. So when we click our movement, these tires will roll, and this is for more realistic looks. And as you see in the wheel joint, it has this element connected rigid body, which is none right now. So let's transfer this back tire to the empty spot, And we can take our front tire and put it in the second wheel joint. Okay, great. Only thing is to anchor them correctly. So we can take this first wheel joint and you see these X and Y anchor points. So let's drag it here, and we need to position it, for example, here, because otherwise our wheels will have some crazy mad weird movement. Let's do same for our front tire. Find our anchor point. Here it is. And let's drag it also here. Amazing, our car is ready and we are ready to go and code some simple lines. So let's create empty C# script. I already have one with the name of car controller. You can name it anything you want, just make sure to drag it into our car, which is our empty game object, which is not empty anymore actually, but still. And let's open our script. First of all, we will need few variables. As usual, we need a reference to our rigid bodies, and we have three rigid body, as you remember, this car rigid body, and both tire also have rigid body. So we can say public rigid body 2D, and let's name it front tire, and public rigid body 2D for the back tire, and public rigid body 2D for the car RB. Okay, amazing. We have reference to our rigid bodies, and now we need some private float movement for our input, and we also will need to control some speed. So public float, let's name it speed, and public float, we also will need torque to move it smoothly. Public float speed, we don't need this start method actually, so we can delete it. And in the update, only thing that we need is to get our input. So movement is equals to input get axis, and we need to get horizontal movement. So type here horizontal. Amazing, and we will create fixed update. So type fixed update, click enter. So we will be handling some physics. That's why we'll need fixed update to more smooth movement. And into our fixed update, the way our game will work when we press our movement on the x-axis. So when we press our A or D key or left or right keys on our keyboard, we should take our rigid body of our tires and cars and add some movement with the speed. So let's do it. We can say back tire add per torque, and we can say movement times speed times time dot delta time. So we take our movements and add some force to it with some speed in the time frame. But if we leave it like that, our movement will be messed up and it will be in the opposite direction. So let's add minus here. It will solve all of our problems. Let's do same for our front tire. So front tire add torque, and let's say movement times speed times time delta time. Amazing, and we need the same for our car RB. So car RB add torque minus movement, and it has torque, as I remember, yes. So instead of speed, we can say here torque, and same time dot delta time. That's all we need, guys, to move our vehicle, our monster car. I hope you understand this simple code. If don't, and you have any questions, as usual, feel free to ask me in the comments down below. But basically, as I said, we take our rigid bodies and we add some torque, which contains with the movements with some speed in the time frame. So let's save this script and let's go back in Unity and see. In the car, first of all, it has few empty variables. Uh, for the front tire, let's drag our front tire, let's drag our back tire, and for the car RB, we have rigid body here. Let's drag our rigid body and place it into our car RB. And we can say our speed will be 120 and torque 70 or something like that. Doesn't really matter. And we can press play and see the magic. Hopefully, at least. Okay, here is our car. And as you see, it moves. Amazing. Oh, it doesn't have, as I see, any camera movement, but I have this Cine Machine camera, so let's drag this car into follow, and our camera will follow our player, and let's test our game and how it feels. Okay, let's roll it. Amazing. As you see, our tires are also moving. I'm not gonna lie, this game looks fun. I might even may finish this game because it's really fun, guys. Amazing. That's all for this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And of course, don't forget to ring the notification bell not to miss new interesting videos. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye bye.